Hey, what's going on, guys? Time for the second golfing video or podcast, the Genesis Invitational Open. I do want to apologize. I've just been completely swamped at work this week with it being audit season for our 2022 financials. So I am a day late. However, I think there's still plenty of live betting opportunities for this tournament. And I'm getting this out Friday morning. So if you have live betting or if you can, bet pre-round, that's still good. If you're just watching this just to hear me talk or, what to look for or learn more about golf, that's cool too. I think I have decided that based on the first video, most of the people that watch understand golf, play golf. So I'm going to go, I'm going to, have it be at an advanced level video, and so if I don't have to worry about the girls being like, Zach, what's a par? So I am going to direct my attention to that audience, the guys or girls that fully understand what green and regulation is, what shots gained around the green, things that I build my model around. And if it gets too much for you guys, just hey, put it in the comments or send me a direct message. If you don't understand something, I'd be happy to go over it. So the Genesis Open, I don't know if any of you guys caught round one. Max Homa is the leader. Go figure, I actually do have a pre-tournament position on him at around 20-1. So I'm hoping that Homa continues to play well. I am also going to bet him today in a matchup. I saw he was matched up against... Homa is matched up, I want to say, against Tom Kim, which I like Tom Kim. However, I think Homa, this course fits Homa very well. So I will have a significant position on that round two matchup. I like Homa to perform better than Tom Kim. So a little bit about this course. It's similar to what we saw last week in Phoenix. However, there's no water on one hole. So that's kind of cool. The greens are huge, just like they were last week. The fairways are very narrow, similar to last week. The rough is not that penal. So a lot of the same guys popped in my model for this week as they did last week. Let's see. Oh, Tiger's back. So how can we not talk about that? If this may be one of them, it's definitely going to be more watched than it ever has before, just because it's put on by Tiger's Foundation. It's his first tournament in 2 years since Torrey Pines, which by the way, I have my my Torrey Pines ball divot remover. And sorry, you guys have to excuse the Valentine's Day balloons in the back. I celebrate Valentine's Day, or in my family we celebrate Valentine's Day twice, or every 5 years. And so 5 years ago we celebrated. I found out that I was going to have a daughter, and this Valentine's Day, baby mama actually got me a South Point polo, South Point Hotel and Casino. So that was pretty cool. Shout out to the South Point. If you're ever in Vegas and you're looking for something a little bit more low-key off the strip, I highly recommend the South Point. Jimmy Vaccaro and Christy Andrews will take care of you. They run a fabulous sports book. Anyways, yes, it's Tiger's tournament. And so he performed very well, I'd say. In round one, he's 2 under, so he's 5 shots back. I expect him to play pretty well today, or at least I'm hoping for him to play well today. And then once he gets, if he makes the cut, round 3 and round 4, we are going to hammer the shit against Tiger, because that's just been I don't think his body's gonna hold up walking 72 holes. And that was his MO last year. Even when he made a cut rounds 3 and round 4, he was terrible. So we will have very, very large positions on fading Tiger if he makes the cut today. So some guys, I mean, it's pretty pointless to tell you the guys that I bet pre-tournament, but if you're following me on BetStamp, you would have gotten those plays. So I don't feel too bad about putting this out on Friday. Some guys that didn't perform well yesterday that I expect to perform better are Jordan Spieth. I don't know what went wrong with him yesterday, but Jordan's been playing pretty well. And one thing to note about Jordan is his performance last week in Phoenix really, really impressed me because he got unlucky with his draw. He played in the wind. And some of his scrambling and shot-making ability on his second and third shots was absolutely phenomenal. It impressed me more than Scotty Scheffler, who won it, or Jon Rahm. I was very, very impressed with Jordan last week. And so I expect him to bounce back today. I guess let's look at the live odds right now. All right. So yeah. So the live odds. Sorry, I should have been ready for this. All right. So the live odds to win the tournament. I'm seeing Jon Rahm at 300, Rory McIlroy at plus 700, Justin Thomas at 16-1, and Colin Morikawa at 8-1. Max Homa is yeah, and Max Homa's like plus 450. So those are the odds, but like what I like to do, so I'm gonna kind of just take y'all into the mind of me making it, round to round bets. So what I do is I use datagolf.com, and so there's like really 3 sites that are known for this. It's datagolf.com, Rick Run Good, and Fantasy National. So all 3 allow you to, create your own models if you want to do that. Rick Run Good charges for it, and I just don't pay for shit. So, but yeah, so let me show you guys what I look at. All right. All right. All right. Can y'all see? This light is annoying. I don't know. Okay, but basically, it's hard for you guys to see. But basically, on Data Golf, right? There's a you can filter stats, and like what I like to use is the shots gained tool. So basically, it breaks it out into like 5 categories for round 1, and it has strokes gained putting, strokes gained around the green, strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee, and strokes gained tee to green. Now, what I like to do is look for who has had a really good day putting and who has had a really bad day putting. So, for instance, Peter Malnati, he has a negative 2.33 SGAP. So basically, he is losing almost 2.5 strokes to the field on approach. However, he's gaining 4 strokes on the field on the greens putting. That normally doesn't happen like consistently throughout a whole tournament. I expect regression to the mean, him not putt as well in round 2.
So keep in mind, this kid, Peter Malnati, he's tied for 14th at 3 under. So I'm fading him today, right? Because I'm taking my shot that he's not going to putt 4 strokes better than the average person, okay? Similarly, if you putted like shit, Matt Kuchar, who is currently tied for 4th at 5 under, he lost over a stroke, 1.16 on the greens putting in round 1. However, he gained 3.5 on short gain approach. That means my boy Matt is just making solid ball contact every single time, setting himself up where he needs to. His second and third shots are on the money. So he would be a bet on today because hopefully he can buy a putt today. That's kind of like my, just a round tip of what I use. It also has, Data Golf does, it also has like the probability of a certain player to win the tournament. And so like right now it's giving Jon Rahm a 22% chance to win the Genesis Invitational, followed by Max Homa at 14%, and Rory is actually at 11.5%. So those are the top 3. But either way, if you know anything about percentages and probability, you can basically take that number and then see what you're getting live that the books are offering, and wherever there's a variance and there's value, you want to go ahead and bet that guy. Anyways, guys, hit me up. I'm going to keep these, 15 minutes or less. Yeah, thanks for watching. Let's go win some money. Oh, have I mentioned, though, like we are really, really hoping that Tiger makes the cut and he performs well today, which I think he will. And then we are absolutely fading the fuck out of him in rounds 3 and 4. We'll be back.